Hey guys, welcome back to Lions Den Investments and Reviews. My name is Casey. In today's video, I wanted to talk about the overall crypto markets right now. We've got Bitcoin retracing, Ethereum's retracing, pretty much the whole market's in the red, and a lot of people are freaking out, right? You know, they're asking, is this the end of the bull run here for cryptos as we know it, and are we going back into a bear market for say like the next couple of years? Um, we are in new price discovery, and it's the big $1 million question right now. But honestly, just from my perspective and from my own personal uh, portfolio and from technical analysis and just knowing the fundamentals from a macroeconomics supply and demand perspective, I would say we're nowhere near finished with this bull run. So, let me explain that real quick, and I'm gonna go over some articles and show you some articles that you know give you some evidence as to why I'm saying this, and then I'm gonna play a video for you as well towards the end with Robert Kiyosaki and a guy by the name of Jeff Wang, and we'll listen to what they have to say as well. Because guys, I think this thing's just getting warmed up, okay? And I kept telling you that you're going to get these retracements every now and then. Bitcoin's not going to just go parabolic and go up and up and up and never retrace or come back down, okay? Markets do not work that way. If you don't like it, you need to get out of the markets, okay? If you can't stomach the drops, you need to get out of the markets. You don't belong in the markets in the first place. Go to stocks, Go buy yourself an index fund where you're going to get like a measly, 6-7% return for the year if you're lucky. So, I'm just warning you right now because these markets, it's a new asset class, and these markets are very volatile, and you just got to stomach the drops. So, Bitcoin here. Let's get into a little bit of technical analysis real quick. We were down here back in January 27th. We were down at $29,339. Okay, we ran all the way up to an all-time high of $58,237, and we're on February 21st. Okay, so that is literally within just a little bit over a month. We damn near doubled. Okay, we in the price of Bitcoin. Uh, you know, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have the cake, the icing, the cherry on top, the full sundae, right? You just can't. And if you're gonna sit here and get all fussy and get butthurt over the fact that we're retracing a little bit, you need to take a step back real quick and just check yourself. Stop being greedy. I hate it when people are so damn greedy and they're like, oh yeah, things aren't going my way, so I'm just gonna be in a funk forever. Like, and I see that a lot with people that get into cryptos. You know, they get their portfolio starts going up, they make a little bit of money, they get excited. Oh yes, it's the best day ever. This is great, and then they get a retracement and a pullback, and then they're just nah, moping around for until we turn around. It's like stop, just stop, forget about it. Move on. Find something else to do. Find something else to focus on, because if you do that, you're going to be able to weather these drops like this a lot better. Um, so right now we've got the uptrend support. Okay, we're still holding strong there on Bitcoin, guys. We're right there. We did wick down below the support, but we are still there. So we could take a bounce off of this support and go higher. I honestly don't see that happening. We do need a correction here. And let me show you what happened last time on Bitcoin. So our last retracement that we got was back here. We ran up to about 41,145, right? And then we retraced all the way back down to about 29,283. Now, if you look at that, that's about a 30% retracement on Bitcoin. So what I did is I moved that 30% retracement all the way up to the all-time high here, brought it down, um, just based on this last move down, which means that we could potentially see a Bitcoin at $45,316. Okay, so can we go lower? Yes, absolutely. Can we go lower than that? Absolutely. 40,754. Okay, is where we had our last all-time high. That acts as a major support now. Okay, so that would be the next price I look at. Then after that, if we drop, guys, if we drop below 29,000, then you need to start being concerned about being out of a bear market. Okay, but anywhere between where we are right now, anywhere between that and 29,000, like $200, $29,000, somewhere around there, guys, we could stop anywhere in between those price ranges. Okay, and don't be surprised by it. This is normal behavior in these markets. And the last thing I want to mention, these guys are going to try to shake you. Okay, and when I say these guys, I'm talking about the big banks. I'm talking about the central banks. I'm talking about the SEC. You know, you got this XRP case going right now with the SEC, right? That's another thing. The people yesterday, it started yesterday. The free trial did. A lot of people were freaked out by that. Um, got spooked, you know, because they don't know what's going to go on with the regulation and clarity in the markets. So I gotta sell my cryptos, you know, and I mean, hey, if your time in the market's right, you know, I got out last week before all this, took a little bit off the top, and paid myself, you know. I went ahead and paid off some debt, but I'm not completely selling all my bags just because the price of Bitcoin goes down about, you know, 21% as of right now. That's just ridiculous. And you know, I'm 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 in it for the long haul here. Um, so let me go back to the retracement here on that last run. I just want to make sure I got that right the first time. So yeah, 30%. Okay, 30% retracement from the all-time high here of Bitcoin. That's weird. 30. Huh. 22. So the percentage, I just noticed this, guys. This tool here on TradingView, it's the price range. So if you ever want to find the price range of, say, a retracement on Bitcoin, you just pull it down like this, price range. It's going to be this little tool right here. You can pull it down, and it'll give you the drop. So back here it was 29.16. But when I move it up here to match, we're at a 20% drop. So if I wanted to bring that down to 29, which is the uh, the amount our price dropped on the last run up, that would actually put us here at 40,600 on Bitcoin. Okay, um, so that's a major price level on Bitcoin that I'll be watching. Okay, um, that's pretty much it for technical analysis. I mean, we got the MACD right now crossing back down. Good volume coming in on sellers right now on the daily. Daily's really the only chart I'm watching. I'm not focusing in. I'm not zooming in on these smaller time frames for for price drops. It's I mean I don't unless I plan on buying, then I'll look at 4 hour charts. I'm not gonna waste my time, spend the entire day or the next 2 or 3 days freaking out about it and watching these smaller time frames going, oh my God, what's happening to the price of Bitcoin? Oh, it's just ridiculous. Like you don't get your heart rate up, okay? Take a deep breath, relax, because here's what I'm going to show you next. And if you guys think that we are done with this bull market, go ahead and leave a comment in the comments section. I want to know what your thoughts are on it because I'm still bullish. Um, let's look at the articles here. Now, this is something else. They would have scared people out of the markets yesterday, obviously. Tesla billionaire Elon Musk made a stark Bitcoin and Ethereum price warning as crypto market nears $2 trillion. He says, let's see here. Basically, he was pumping Dogecoin, helped push it to a $10 billion valuation, has warned the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum seem high. And this was from basically a conversation or interview, I guess, he had with Peter Schiff. It just happened a couple days ago. He came out, says that, all of a sudden, the market starts selling off. You know, so he is a big influencer in crypto. And again, this market cap, even at $2 trillion, is not a whole lot, guys. If you watch my channel, I go back, I explain in several different videos the amount of cash that is coming into this market and what that is going to do for the overall market cap in cryptos. So $2 trillion seems like a lot of money, but it's not really a lot of money. And he's saying that the price seems a bit high. Well, yeah, when it's going up and up and up and up, you know, and you're doubling and tripling and getting 400 or 500% returns, getting those bigger returns in a month. Are you kidding me? Yeah, you need a retracement, and that's what we're getting. So, yeah, he's right. Um, and that's just another thing that I kind of caught as Bitcoin's price was hitting an all time high, and then we start turning around. Here's another article. This is another reason, just more evidence as to why the Bitcoin bull run and the crypto market bull run is not over. MasterCard will support cryptocurrencies, but not the ones you think. Now, let me ask you a question, because they came out, with an announcement saying that later this year they were going to start using digital currency, as form of payment, and you could buy it, sell it, trade it, that kind of stuff. Um, I don't know the details of what they're going to do with the card exactly and the features that they'll put on there, but let me ask you a question. Do you think for 1 second that MasterCard and Visa, for that matter, who's following in the same footsteps, do you think both these guys would put their name on a cryptocurrency or a stable coin or something like that? Do you think they'd put their name out there for it, back it, and then make an announcement saying that they're going to do this, um, and that cryptos are not going to just go berserk when this happens? Do you not think that the bull run will continue at that point? You know, I mean that those are two huge financial services companies, and I can tell you right now, when that announcement is made, or when they pull the trigger, and this actually is official, and they give the green light for it on Visa and Mastercard, okay, it's sometime in the next 6 months, from what I'm hearing. But when that happens, guys, you are going to get an influx of cash flow coming into cryptos like you have never seen before. And off we go to the races again. I wouldn't surprise if Bitcoin hits, uh, like I said, 100,000. Some guys like Jeff Wang here, who I'm going to show you in a minute, think that Bitcoin was only going to hit about 60 to 65,000 at its peak. Uh, and then there's other guys like me that are telling you, hey, get ready. 100,000 is in the picture. 100,000 is in the picture. Okay, so that's it for the articles. Now, I mentioned a guy by the name of Jeff Wang. I said he had an interview with Robert Kiyosaki. Who is this guy? He's the managing partner at Sequoia. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Sequoia Capital Global Equities. All right, and I've got 3 different parts of the video I want to play for you. Just little clips here and there where he's talking about cryptos and the significance behind those. So we'll play the first one here to 14 minutes and 57 seconds, and then I'll just go to the next video and the next video. So I'm not, moving back and forth and hitting fast forward and rewind for you.
Where all the yield is. So a lot of the synthetic projects are up about 500% just in the last 3 months alone, because people already invested in Bitcoin and Ethereum. They need other places to now put that money, right? And then one of those areas is the synthetics that we're talking about right now.
So what holds it all together then is blockchain.
Yeah.
Because blockchain is the contract. That's why I understand it.
Yes, blockchain makes it not just secure, but like transparent, and then you can audit the code. You can see like everything is reasonable and not like suspicious because it's on blockchain.
Yeah, so the way I understand blockchain, which doesn't work in the old world of real estate, gold, silver, and all that, was you never knew what those guys were doing with it. There was no transparency in the Fed or Wall Street. And so what blockchain does is it's a decentralized system, right? And everybody's a part of it. It's not like
Yes,
the Fed is in charge of it.
exactly.
Is that
Yeah.
kind of it?
And before, people just weren't using it, right? You could say it's decentralized, but it's slower, and it's hard to have to like put up some new infrastructure to get it working. That was a problem in 2017 to 2019.
Yeah, but
And now, like,
that'll be solved because you guys will speed it up fast as you can.
yeah, so the speeding issue is being solved right now, and I think the barriers of entry are being eliminated as well too.
Yeah,
So,
because you guys don't have government regulation.
well, I would say it's more like the software has made it much more intuitive to use,
No,
much
I know,
more
but
intuitive to start things up.
if I was to go and try and change the system of Wall Street, let's say, there'd be a lot of guys who would be upset.
Yeah,
Because they're making too much money the way it is. So why are you going to come in here? So you'd have to go to Congress and the Senate and make all these changes. You guys are making these changes on the fly, just because I think you guys trust blockchain. You don't trust human beings.
actually, I never thought.
That is a great point that Robert Kiyosaki made there on cryptos as a whole, and the importance behind the technology and the underlying asset, with Bitcoin on down to Ethereum, on down to synthetics like what Jeff Wang is talking about. Okay, so that's the first part. Here's the second piece right here. This one runs from 21:18 to 22:07, so it's just about a minute.
And again, I think right now things are very, very hard for people that don't know about all the new stuff that's coming in crypto. Over time, it will eventually become the barriers of entry again will always get easier. So like right now, you see PayPal. You can buy Bitcoin and Ethereum off PayPal. You will eventually see PayPal offer these same financial services that connect to these chains, or they might offer these tokens that are representative of these projects on these other chains.
So PayPal could become a JP Morgan, offering all these financial services, and
I think it's more like Goldman Sachs, by the way, is part of just announced that they needed to get into this space. So it's more like financial services are trying to get more into blockchain rather than blockchain trying to break into finance.
Right. No, I understand that. I mean, they have to come your direction. Just like like J.P. Morgan, I think they paid $95 billion fine for manipulating.
All right. So that's another interesting perspective or point there that Jeff Wang was pointing out. Guys, and forgive me for going back and forth here. I'm trying to find the exact times on these videos for you, so I'm not going back and forth too much.
Be careful who you're learning from. Be careful where you put your money. That would just be my advice to our listeners.
Right. And what I'm concerned about is 2021 is going to be more violent than 2020. And I hope I'm wrong, but I think that's what's coming. So that makes the idea of just saving money and working hard is what technology is making people's obsolete. If you don't have a skill or something that people will pay for, then, you have to have the Democrats take care of you with UBI or MMT. But this is the most screwy world, and it's going to be
All right. I just wanted to play that little piece right there because Robert Kiyosaki, I think, is right about 2021. It's going to be a rough year, so buckle up, And it's a roller coaster ride in these markets here, especially with cryptos. So, anybody that gets scared and gets mad or has been following my channel and is like, man, this sucks, everything's in the toilet, my portfolio sucks right now, and they just they want to point the finger at somebody. I'm not saying that anybody is, but people do that from time to time, and when they point that finger, I don't put up with that kind of crap. I just don't do it because I'm like, you know what? As an investor, I am an investor, not merely a trader. I'll do, like I said, I'll trade my portfolio maybe 10% of the time, but for the most part, I'm an investor. I look at things long term, not just a couple months. And so I highly recommend people switch their mindset through this bull run because we are in a bull run still. And we won't get out of the bull run until Bitcoin, in my own personal opinion, drops below 29,000. Then I'll start being a little bit more concerned with, okay, maybe the bull run's over, and looking at what I need to do from there. But guys, one last thing here before I finish. I know I'm going uh, rather long, a little winded today on today's video, but one last thing I'm going to tell you is if you haven't taken any profits, you need to take a little bit of profit, okay? Like, for instance, I just made the most epic trade of my entire life back last week on Friday. I took $150 that I initially invested in Theta, all right? Got myself a 2,300% return. And I got out on Friday at a damn near all-time high, okay, before the markets rolled over. I didn't liquidate everything because guess what? I think we're going higher. So what did I do? I took a little bit off the top, all right, like 1,000 tokens. Took them off the top, sold them. Now I'm paying off a $3,400 credit card balance on an initial investment of $150. Okay, and those are the kind of things you can do if you just hold strong. If you have steady hands, right? Just hold strong. Like I said before, guys, fear nothing, my friends. And with that said, I'm going to go ahead and let you go here. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. Hit that like button as well, especially if you're a lion and you don't have weak hands here, okay? But with that said, guys, I will talk to you here in the next video, and have a great day.